Either way, that's our outro song.
God.
I love being the sound engineer.
That's okay. I mean, how much stuff do I do on H-Bomb and Friends that I do because you wouldn't let me do it on here? Like, what's up?
Either way, that's our outro song. I love being the sound engineer.
That's okay. I mean, how much stuff do I do on H-Bomb and Friends that I do because you wouldn't let me do it on here? Like, what?
That's true. Sorry, I had the stream playing in the background.
Yeah. What's up? That's There's no way you would have. There's no way you would have allowed the Fox on the show at all.
Absolutely not.
What does the fox say?
I feel like I'm the only sane person in the world.
You know who loved that song? The Fantastic Neighborhood guys.
Well, of course, it's right up their alley.
Yeah. Oh, good chance I'm gonna have John on this week. H-Bomb and Friends.
Which one?
John.
Oh.
That is, if his wife doesn't have the baby.
Yeah. Oh shit, yeah, she's almost due, eh?
I guess. But I told since I'm on spring break this coming week, I could do a West Coast friendly time. I mean, I did have a idea for the week's upcoming show, which actually involved you. But if I have John on, I may have to postpone it a week. Our favorite games.
Oh, I'll definitely do that.
Yeah. Give me an excuse
Just
to...
as long as I'm not working that night. Although that should end around the 21st.
Okay, so... Put you in... So we'll do this a week from Tuesday?
Sounds good.
Yeah. You know what? I am so close to saying that Tuesday's H-Bomb and Friends never happened.
Really?
It was just me going on for 20 minutes.
18 minutes to be exact.
Did you listen to all of it?
No, but I do have it queued up for the next time I pull up YouTube.
Yeah, so... I mean, that's all it was. I mean, I was hoping somebody would come out and rescue me.
Yeah, sorry I couldn't.
Yeah.
I was on my way out.
But I think I might just say it never happened. Except it got me through the no harmonics challenge. Does that still count?
There you go. So it was therapeutic. And why don't we save this for the show? Oh wait, this is the show. We are broadcasting.
Oh shit. Okay.
You know what? I have to sample that oh shit, I think. I think that's going to be a new button.
Episode 165. Oh shit.
Who's going to fucking stop us? We can name it that. Who gives a fuck? Oh, I put the title down. Who cares? It counts.
I still have the old titles from last week up.
We get most of our listeners from YouTube anyway, it seems. Alright, ready when you are.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Cross Border Gaming, episode 165.
AKA episode 165. Oh shit!
Yeah, those of you who we're listening to the pre-show.
which is on YouTube, so you should check it out there. It's a lot easier than going to Twitch and watching it, by the way. Tip.
Yeah. Episode 165. Fuck Twitch.
Twitch. Shit. How do we broadcast over? How many shows do we broadcast on there? 40 or 50?
100? Close.
Yeah, I also say it will almost have to be 100 shows.
It was definitely 60 something, I believe, when we joined TGH. And our last one was 159.
I still remember when we said, what's going to come out first, the Retron 5 or CBG 1?
We win!
So does that mean that, what's her name's, Hyperkin owes us free Retron 5s? I think they do. Come on. They keep retweeting us anyway, so they are aware. Hyperkin will even do a clean show if you guys come on. No cussing.
I need to contact us. I need to contact them.
No super sexual jokes and no double entendres, not multiple entendres.
Okay. Episode 165. Hyperkin owes us Retron 5s.
No, just put we would like Retron 5s. You have to ask politely. We would like some Retron 5s. Anyhow, what have you been playing? Well, actually, should I go first because I got the shorter list?
You got the short list.
Yeah, I've had no time whatsoever.
No time for you.
Other than last weekend of me playing South Park: The Stick of Truth, which I finished.
Yeah.
But it's got it actually has multiple endings. There's other actions that you can do in the game just before the ending to have a different ending. And it would end just like it would on the TV show. Like, you would expect that kind of ending, sudden ending.
How does it play? I mean, is it...
It plays like a 16-bit RPG, but like as far
JRPG?
as no, yeah, I would say JRPG in some.
Or is it more like Skyrim?
No, you know
Shitrim.
No. It plays pretty much like the Penny Arcade 2 RPG.
Oh.
What was that one called? I know Precipice of Darkness.
Episodes 1 and 2.
Yeah, this was
the 2 that Hothead did, and then Zaboid did 3 and 4 in a 16-bit style.
Yeah, no, it plays like number 2. And the same kind of like gauge system, the way you counter by clicking the mouse.
You know, I've given up on South Park, but who knows? If I find that on sale somewhere, I might give it a shot at some point.
It's fun. I mean, it's like you're playing an episode of South Park, and they did it.
Yeah, well, I kind of gave up on South Park years ago.
Maybe you should. I mean, a few years ago they really sucked, but they've really bounced.
Well, I mean, the whole killing. What they did with Chef kind of ticked me off.
Well, we have no idea what happened between those two in the background.
Essentially, from what it was reported, he didn't much care for the Trapped in the Closet episode.
I thought it was about the whole fact that they were making fun of Scientologists. And
yeah, that's what the Trapped in the Closet episode was.
Yeah, because that's a member of his church, right?
2, Cruz and Travolta.
A lot of powerful people in that.
Fuck those guys.
Kiflam. That's the GTA version of it.
Okay, so South Park, you liked it.
It was good. There's something that you have to do in the game to continue, that involves a nuclear weapon. I'm not gonna say what you have to do to disarm it, but
the fridge.
Yeah, you can essentially just walk off to the side, and then the whole world will blow up, and it's like and it plays the credits like a South Park episode. So like I said, you're playing an episode of modern South Park, not South Park from a few years ago, Harold. I'm talking modern South Park, where they actually have good writers.
How about old school South Park, the first couple seasons?
You know what? I didn't really like that one too much. Not in English, at least. I like that one in German a lot better.
Yeah.
It's far filthier in German.
I mean, my college years.
But you should give it a whirl. Like absolutely watch the last 4 episodes, which is about the console wars. You do have to see that one. That one is good.
Screw those. Skis, I'm good here.
He'll do an impression, but he's not going to.
Okay, so that's all you got?
Yep, and keep in mind it's an Ubisoft game, so it'll be $5 in no time.
Okay. I'll hit it when it's. I'll grab it at 5. Speaking of 5, last week, PSN had a whole bunch of Need for Speed games for 5.
Holy shit! Which ones you get?
All of them. Well,
no, all of them.
Well, not.
Shit.
I skipped Carbon, but they had they had Hot Pursuit, The Run, and Most Wanted for PS3.
Oh, okay.
Most Wanted for Vita. So I picked all 4 of those up.
Wow, that's cool.
And yeah, $5 a piece with PlayStation Plus. Unfortunately, the sale is over. Sorry. And they also had Carbon for PSP, which I skipped.
Yeah, Carbon's not that good.
Mm-hmm.
It looks fancy. It looks nice. And
this week they have a Call of Duty sale.
who gives a fuck about Call of Duty?
Yeah.
This is not a Call of Duty show. Sorry.
Call of Duty, Doody, episode 165.
I think we already used that. Actually, come to think.
No, I don't think so.
I'm too lazy to pull up the list right now. I have too many programs going on.
Well, I've got that. I've got the crazy memory, and I say no.
All right. I'll take your word for it. I have no reason not to believe you.
Mm-hmm.
What else you play?
Well, as for stuff I've actually played, I played some stuff on the Virtual Console on 3DS and Wii U. A little bit of Castlevania. Yeah, that shit's hard.
Yeah, I find that game too frustrating for my.
Adventure Island 2. That shit's hard.
Is it?
Well, it's all right.
I like Adventure Island.
Yeah. I actually got to the second stage as opposed to Castlevania. Double Dragon.
Really? Nice brawler.
Yeah.
Classic.
It's still Double Dragon. I picked up Galaga for 3DS today, but I haven't played it yet. I did pick up and play a little bit Super Mario Brothers: The Lost Levels on the Wii U Virtual Console. It just came out today. And
how many times have you cursed at the game already?
Well, I didn't play it long, but yeah, that game is hard as balls.
I wonder if Matt has videos of himself playing that. I want to see that. Anywho.
More Picross DS, more Topingo, more threes. I beat Skylander Swap Force.
You did?
Yeah. Yeah, I was talking about that on the worst H-Bomb and Friends ever the other night.
Really?
By H-Bomb and Friends, I mean H-Bomb and no friends. Just not even 20 minutes of me going on, talking about state of the show and stuff that wasn't harmonics.
Good God.
But yeah, Skylander Swap Force. Beat it. I've been doing like a level a day. Sometimes a level in a boss fight. But yeah, really fun at the end. I mean, there's still a whole bunch of side quests and different challenges and stuff to do. But I've actually taken a step back, and now I've gone back to Giants.
Really?
Yeah. Which going back with my Skylanders built up a bit. So I think my lowest one's a 6.
Really?
Yeah. So yeah, playing and man, I'm not sure if it's a difference between just the two games or going from Wii U back to 360. Feels like it. Going from Swap Force to Giants really feels like a step down.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, one's newer than the other, right?
Yeah. On a newer console than the other. Fuck the Nintendo haters!
Well, it's not like I'm a Sega fan or anything.
Yeah. I mean, it still is a newer console. Who know? I don't know if it is as good or better than a 360, but I like it.
What else?
I think that is about it.
Wicked. So, are we ready to move on?
News of the universe. And this first story coming from this week's Up at Noon on IGN. On Friday, Greg Miller tweeted that he had two big game announcements on Monday's Up at Noon, and he didn't disappoint. Midnight City, which is Majesco's indie arm, is publishing Costume Quest 2, and the console version of Gone Home.
Interesting. So, have they announced any pricing or anything?
Nope, they haven't. And they haven't mentioned specific consoles or specific platforms. I still need to play Gone Home. John actually gifted it to me on Steam, and I haven't gotten around to it yet. I hear it's really good.
Should give it a shot. I mean, if he's gifted it to you, you should.
Yeah, I hear it's really good. I just haven't gotten around to playing it. Maybe this week since I'm off on spring break.
So game binge on spring break, pretty much.
What?
You're pretty much just gonna game binge and spring break, pretty much.
Hey, back in college, I spent my entire spring break playing Earthbound.
That's okay.
And working on a paper, but mostly Earthbound.
Did you do both at the same time?
No. Yeah, so, and I had never heard of this Midnight City, but that's apparently where former IGN editor-in-chief Casey Lynch went. And they've been helping out a whole bunch of indies, give them all the support they need, get them hooked up with all the first parties, get them support they need for promotion and porting and stuff like that. So, I think this is cool for both Double Fine and Fulbright Group. And I really liked Costume Quest, so I'm glad that a sequel is coming.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever tried Costume Quest. I've seen it a few times, but I've never.
I think I actually have it on 360 and PS3. PS being a PlayStation Plus freebie. But I played it on 360 first.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Sony taking a shot at Microsoft's console parity policy for the ID and Xbox program. Policy is games would have to launch on Xbox the same day they go live on other platforms. Or in other words, no timed exclusives on competitors. So yeah, we're not going to be seeing Towerfall coming to Xbox One anytime soon. But Sony's Adam Boyes tweeted, "In the interest of transparency, I want to share our dev clause that lists which platforms you cannot release on." And the picture is a blank bullet point list. Kind of like their stance on used games.
Yeah.
how to play used games on the PS4.
Let's talk
There you
about
go.
that a little bit. Do you think Microsoft's really put themselves into a hole now that they're possibly not going to make it out of?
Yeah, about 6 feet deep.
They're in GameCube territory, or heading towards that.
And somewhere my GameCube is saying, "Fuck you, Frank."
I'm not a fan of it. I refused a brand new GameCube at $20. I refused to pick it up.
Oh, I loved mine back in the day.
There was just nothing on that thing for me, man. Absolutely nothing.
Smash Brothers, Wind Waker, the one good 3D Zelda. The Ocarina of Crap. Yeah, Smash Brothers Melee, Pokemon Coliseum.
Yeah, I got that for N64.
That was Pokemon Stadium. Pokemon Coliseum has a whole single-player adventure mode, like closest you got to a real Pokemon game on a console. Although it is kind of a little bit on the short side. But yeah, still no plans of getting an Xbone anytime soon.
No. Give us some hardware revisions first. Then we'll
Give
talk.
us some games first.
I told you, man. I'm waiting until GTA 6 comes out. That's when I'll buy a PS4, probably.
Rock Band 4.
Hey, you never know. It could happen. I mean,
who knows? Maybe Harmonix is just smoke screening us. Maybe that's one of the many games they're working on right now. And they're.
You know what? What would you do if that happened and you were there?
What?
And they announced a Rock Band 4.
I would probably shit myself. Or maybe some of that. Or maybe some of that jizz that that Steve's wife mentioned on Retro Nick Radio.
I mean,
did you catch that Retro Nick Radio? The day after I had Steve on H-Bomb and Friends.
Nope.
Steve's wife called me out for my Harmonix boner.
Well, I mean, you do have quite a Harmonix boner. I mean, I don't talk about GTA nearly as much as you do, though, about Harmonix.
True. I mean, and of course, you haven't met anybody at Rockstar either.
I'd love to meet fucking Laszlo.
I mean, whereas last year at PAX East, I got to tell the project lead of Rock Band Blitz how much I loved his game.
And thank you for investing all those hundreds of thousands of dollars into it.
You know what I need to do? I need to bring my copy of one of my Rock Band games and get Alex Rogopoulos to sign it.
Yeah, why not? That'd be a nice piece of memorabilia for you.
Yeah. Or track down a copy of Frequency or Amplitude and have him sign it.
Just make sure he signs the inside of the jacket, not on the jacket.
What do you mean on the inside?
On the inside of the insert, if you're going to get him to sign it.
Yeah.
So it's legible. That's what I did with one of my DVDs I got signed.
Yeah. But yeah, that would be the ultimate piece of memorabilia for there. But Drive Club.
No, wait a minute. So there was some reactions from the internet?
What? The Sony thing?
Yeah.
That was the Adam Boyce tweet I had. Drive Club, going back to the drawing board. Coming to PS5 in 2019, along with The Last Guardian.
Do you think there's going to be a PS5 in 2019? I don't think so.
I was giving it... Hey, that's 5 years from now.
No, I don't think so. I don't think
2020?
2022.
2022?
Holy shit, I'll be 42 then. Oh my god, that's chilling. That is chilling. And you got a fuck you of the week?
Yep, Nintendo.
Wow.
For not bundling Yoshi's New Island with the Yoshi 3DS XL. And I just found this out today when from a post that Kotaku was talking about games of the week and this, or deals of the week and games of the week and stuff, and they mentioned that this wasn't really a good deal because it didn't come with a game, and they were charging a premium over the normal 3DS XL. And I go back to the BestBuy.com description to check, and there's no mention of it coming with the game, and I wish I would have read the font. There wasn't really much. So, dishonorable mention to BestBuy.com for not specifically saying it doesn't come with a game.
Always read the
But this was after I ordered it, so it's actually supposed to arrive tomorrow.
Nice. Well, at least you get it quickly.
Yeah, and you know what? Since I don't have the game coming with it, I'm going to go ahead and download Yoshi's New Island tonight at midnight.
Wow, you're actually gonna stay up until midnight and to just download the game?
Hey, I've done it before. I mean, I don't have to go to work tomorrow.
That's true. Why the fuck not?
Yeah, I got all my work done, so I don't have to go in for the duty day.
Duty day.
Call of Duty. I don't know. Is there anything else you want to mention before we go into Random Words of Randomness? There was this. Did you see the aluminum NES? Yeah, this.
Yeah, I did see it. Victor sent it to me. First thing in the morning that I see when I wake up is a fucking link to this thing. And while it's a very, very nice novelty, I think that's all it is just a novelty.
Okay.
There's a Retron 5 coming out that's a bit cheaper.
Yeah, but when?
It looks cool, but I mean, I don't think it's practical.
Okay. According to NPD's, PS4 is has sold more, but Xbox One leads in dollar amount.
Yeah, well, of course, the console's $100 more, right?
Yeah. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze sold 130,000 in 8 days. Combined physical and digital units. I didn't think Nintendo had sold 130,000 Wii U's.
Wow. I don't think Philip's going to like that one. You're like, fuck your opinion.
Yeah, PopCap was hit by layoffs.
Really?
Yeah.
How many?
I mean, it seems like everybody's getting hit with layoffs these days. But then again, that's the nature of the business. It's cyclical.
Yep.
So these PopCap folks are going to find a job somewhere as somebody else wraps up. Oh, we didn't even mention the Last of Us movie last week, and apparently it's going to adapt the game's storyline.
Like, completely or just a part of it? Well, of course it has to adapt the storyline. Otherwise, what the fuck would it be? The Last of Us is what? I don't know.
Then again, Last of Us is practically a movie as it is, so...
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I haven't played it.
Just take the game and put it on the big screen.
I don't know. I have no idea. I've never played it. I don't have the intention.
Who was it? Alex really liked it.
I've been offered the game, but like to borrow it, but I said no.
Yeah, it's not really. Well, you don't have a PS3 right now, do you?
No, I'm probably not gonna have one until Christmas this year. I'll wait till whatever Christmas bundle comes out for the PS3, and there will be one.
Yeah.
It'll be cheap and it'll be good enough.
Okay. But yeah, that's all I got in terms of gaming news. Anything you want to talk about?
I don't know. Let's check the news.
Let's just go down joystick right there. Let me bring
I
up.
boycotted Joystick. Do you know why? Because they named fucking Saints Row 4 one of the best games of 2013. And I thought, what?
Well, Irrational Passions thought Fez is better than Rock Band Blitz, and I haven't boycotted them.
I'm sorry, I just can't trust their journalism at that point. I don't know, whatever.
Okay. So what site do you primarily use?
TMZ.
For game news?
No, not for gaming news. For just general news.
Oh,
But for gaming, I just use Twitter. That's all I do. I just use
Humble
Twitter.
Bundle. Right now they got a Sega bundle. They also have a Humble Bundle of Love for Brandon Boyer, who's a game developer who's fighting cancer, and apparently his insurance company has been giving him shit.
Really?
So they got over 30 games, some soundtracks, $25. I picked it up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's for a good cause. So games and soundtracks included Actual Sunlight, Airmac, Aura Lux, Bag Full of Wrong, soundtracks for Bit Trip, Beat, Fate, and Runner, Blocks That Matter plus soundtrack, Castles in the Sky plus soundtrack, Dynamite Jack, Ensnare soundtrack, Ethan Meteor Hunter, Fancy Skulls, God of Blades with soundtrack, Ghost Scurry with soundtrack, Amazing, McPixel with soundtrack, Paragon, Pop Methodology Experiment 1 and soundtrack, Proteus, QB, Quixotica soundtrack, Sepulture Sepulture Special Edition with ebook and soundtrack, Shipwreck, Sokoban, Stacking plus soundtrack, Thomas Was Alone and the soundtrack, yeah, VVVVVV and soundtrack, Waking Mars and soundtrack,
Come with a picture of a flat-chested woman.
Warp Juggler, Wizorb and soundtrack, and World of Goo and soundtrack. All of that for $25, and it goes to a good cause.
Nice. Fuck. I'm still waiting for the Shadowrun expansion to go on sale. That hasn't happened yet.
I'm waiting for Harmonix to send me a freaking Chroma beta key or alpha key.
Why would you want to play an alpha game though, man? I mean, it's alpha for a reason. I mean, it's barely gonna work.
Well, because
Are you that eager to play the game?
Well,
Have you ever given a thought that maybe playing a alpha version of the game may ruin your excitement for the final product?
or it could give me a chance to weigh in and say what I really think.
So you're gonna say more bare naked ladies. That's the first thing you're gonna say, isn't it?
Well then, not even focusing on licensed music in it.
I'm sure they'll put that in there somewhere.
Yeah, maybe that's what the DLC is. That's how they're gonna make their money.
That wouldn't surprise me at all.
Yeah. Are you familiar with a game called That Dragon Cancer?
No.
Well, the 5-year-old boy whose terminal illness was the basis for that game has passed away.
Aww. That's a drag.
Yeah.
My condolences to the families.
Yeah. It's the story of the game is the story of two parents raising a son battling cancer nearly since his birth, and the dad developed the title is developing the title with a friend who and yeah, this is just probably the saddest truth of life. Sometimes kids get sick and sometimes they don't get better. It's just the sad truth of life.
We need to end this show on a high note.
I know. Oh, PAX East full schedule's available now. I am so excited.
Yeah, of course. When do you arrive there?
I actually fly in Thursday night, but one thing this year I'm actually flying back on Sunday as opposed to staying the extra night.
Oh, okay.
So I only have to take 1 day off of work as opposed to 2.
There you go.
But yeah, some of my highlights so far, of course, story time with Alex Rogopoulos. That's 10:30 on Friday. Cards Against Humanity. They had an awesome panel last year. That is Friday night at 9:30. Sunday or Saturday at 10 a.m. The Harmonix Podcast live. And they're giving out DLC.
I swear, if I listen to that podcast, I'm probably going to hear you screaming in the background.
Probably. Who knows?
This
is a community team. They know me. Who knows? They might bring me on stage. I don't know.
Oh shit! Flappy Bird might be coming back.
Oh yeah.
The warning label.
Let's see.
Just got 3 games in the works.
Also, Saturday at 9 p.m. Giant Bomb panel. And they gave him 2.5 hours.
Oh my god! I could never sit through something like that, man.
Well, it gets so crazy that you won't even notice some of these panels. I mean, I watched their PAX Prime panel, and that was just crazy. I mean, John Vignacchi throwing all sorts of Disney Infinity stuff in the air, and folks are just going crazy to get it. Sunday, 11:30, the Royal Rumble on the N64, 30 players live, including Aaron Trites and Eric Pope from Harmonix, Abby Heppy from Respawn, Alex Navarro from Giant Bomb, Andrea Renee from The Escapists, Bobby Lordshire from Zen Studios, Dave Lang from Iron Galaxy Studios, Eric E. Neustatter from Xbox, Giant Bomb's Jeff Gerstmann, Jeff Green, former 1UP, EA, and PopCap, John Drake, of course, Nick Chester, both of Harmonix, Pat Bear from the Upright Citizens Brigade Theater in New York, Phil Tibetowski of Young Horses, makers of Octodad, Rich Gallup, former 38 Studios, former GameSpot back in the day, with Disruptor Beam. I don't know what that is. John Carnage from Twitch, Sean Baptiste, Harmonix alum, now with Firehouse Games, and 15 TBA guests. And they're playing Royal Rumble in a THQ game on the N64.
By a company that no longer exists.
Yeah.
How sad.
But yeah, that's so crazy. I have to go to that. I guess maybe you throw Harmonix all over it. Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, I have a problem.
Yeah, I think people have gotten that message years ago.
Episode 104. That's where it all started. Also on Sunday, 1:30, 404 Ingot, Breaking Down the Internet. The panel last year was awesome, and they set the bar pretty high. Of course, that's led by Pat Bear from the Upright Citizens Brigade Theater in New York. Of course, last year's panel he had Eric Pope, Ryan Davis, and Wire's Chris Kohler. This year, and if you're a bit curious, look it up. It's on YouTube. It's on Pat Bear's site. Last year, Chris Kohler brought up an old diet product called AIDS. Eric Pope found a meme. Heather O'Rourke tribute videos. That was the young actress from the Poltergeist movies. She died in '87. Really sad. But people were actually making tribute videos. like in the like in the present. Tribute videos for a girl who died in 87. Go figure.
Well, yeah, a lot of them were probably not around when that came out.
Yeah, and of course, Ryan Davis last year, he was just giving everybody shit, and it was hilarious. This year, Eric Pope's back along with Jeff Gerstmann and Max Temkin from Cards Against Humanity. So that should be good.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, I think we can put a bow on it.
Okay. So then let's wrap this bitch up.
Well.
Okay. I probably sweared more this episode than any other in a while.
Usually when Philip's on, you tend to curse a lot, especially when you have opposing views.
Yeah. Well, that's Phil. Housekeeping. CrossborderGaming.com. ThatGamerHub.com/CrossborderGaming. Check us out on Stitcher. Review us on iTunes. Emails, HBOM, emasterfeedback, all at CrossborderGaming.com. Facebook.com/CBGPodcast. YouTube.com/CrossborderGaming. Voicemail. 747-CBG-POD5. That is 747-224-7635. Twitter's USFHBOB, eMaster1980, CBG Podcast, That Gamer Hub. Audioboo.fm/HBOM or eMaster. Friend of podcast shoutouts, HBOM and friends. And I know on the last show, episode 24, if I ever release it, I said that next week we're going to do an episode on our favorite games. I think I'm going to postpone that a week. And this coming week, I'll announce the time when we have one nailed down, but we're going to have John Anderson back on to talk about his recent trip to Asia. That is, if his wife doesn't go into labor. And we should have and that should be recording at a more West Coast friendly time. Sorry, East Coasters who have to work. RetroFudget.com, ThatGamerHub.com, Podcast64, Fantastic Neighborhood, Retro Nick Radio, NintenDojo.com, Game Enthused, Irrational Passions, Great Geek Debate. They're podcasting again. You like the worst stuff? CallOfDonkeys.com, DMGIce.com, ReclamationBrewing.com, and we'll be back next Thursday at 8.
Yep.
You still gotta work. You still gotta work next Friday, so no late show shenanigans next week.
No, probably not.
No. Yeah, that's the thing. We can't really do that anymore.
No, I'm not too busy for that, unfortunately, these days.
Maybe we should start doing Friday shows or something.
No, Fridays I'm usually doing something social, so...
Yeah, and plus that's when Irrational Passions records.
Yeah, exactly. The reason we have this slot is because we're not competing.
Yeah, we're not competing with Irrational Passions or Retro Nick or H-Bob and Friends.
Exactly.
Yeah, I hear that H-Bob guy's a dick.
So much that no one joined him. That's awful.
Yeah. Nobody loves me. Okay, so you may go now.
Have a good night.
Good night, big balls.
Good night and big balls. Toodles.
Wrapped up in hate, in disguise as it's lying in wait. The taste of your tears, bittersweet. As they fall down your cheek, you feel nothing at all. You're alone, but you're never alone. As you scream inside, nobody hears you, nobody feels you, nobody sees you at all.